When I was 18 years old, I was little more than a hot mess, with a propensity for trouble and mediocre grades. But I had a lot of energy, and I wanted a challenge. So I enlisted in the Marine Corps and learned very quickly that the Marines are very intense. It wasn't until after I retired and re-entered civilian life in my late 40s just how intense the Marines are compared to the rest of the world. And just how special and unique they are in their ability to not only bring out the best in people, but to bring out the heroes in one's ordinary people and organizations. A lot of people mistakenly believe Marines just run around yelling at people authoritatively with a lot of bravado and brawn. In the heat of battle, yes, that may be the scene. However, the vast majority of the time, Marines are strengthening themselves and each other through education and training exercises, which arguably other military services do too. But what sets the Marines apart is one thing: intensity. And not just any kind of intensity. The Marine Corps is deliberately intense about three things, which permeates their entire organization from top to bottom throughout its history. By being unapologetically intense in these three things, the Marines raise the performance potential of each individual far above and beyond the average human being. The formula is actually quite simple and is transferable and applicable to any individual and any organization of any size. Number one, love. I mean intense brotherly love, fatherly love, love for our country, love for the Marines who have gone before us, love for the Marine Corps, and love for each other, where each Marine is more concerned about the success of their fellow Marine and of their team than they are for themselves. Love is embodied in the behavior of every individual from 4-star general to Marine Corps private, and in every inch of the fabric of the culture. This intense and deliberate love is emblazoned in the Marine Corps motto, Semper Fidelis, which is Latin for always faithful. Now, Marines don't just blossom emotionally with feelings of love. Rather, they make a conscious mental decision to love unconditionally and let that decision drive their feelings. That's because in nearly all cases, love is a mental decision first, long before it becomes a feeling. If you let your feelings determine whether or not to love, then love will be ephemeral. It just won't last.
Okay, let's be real. I didn't love the Marine Corps the entire time I was in.
It was challenging. But my decision to love impacted my habits, my decision, and my leadership. Number two, integrity. Integrity in the Marine Corps means doing the right thing when no one is watching, when no one will recognize you, or especially when it's not in your personal best interest to do so. For leaders, this means doing the right thing and sticking with it, even if it's deeply unpopular. For every individual, and especially for leaders, integrity means admitting mistakes, even failures. But in order to recognize and admit to mistakes, one must be open to feedback and constructive criticism. Intense integrity and intense love is what results in an unmatched organizational environment of trust. And trust is the currency of innovation and performance. Number three, discipline. It probably comes to no surprise that Marines are intense about individual and organizational discipline. Marines make their beds, clean their weapons, and exercise daily, not just to do it, but because these and many other seemingly little boring mundane habits add up and compound over time to make a dramatic and history-making appearance in their performance when stress and danger is extremely high, when the environment is extremely chaotic and uncertain, and when every ounce of their mind, heart, sinew, and breath is being called upon for the sake of their country, the Marine Corps, and their fellow Marine. Discipline, in and of itself, will not bring out the heroes. But when intense discipline is accompanied with intense love and intense integrity, then and only then does intense discipline become the glowing keystone by which one's potential is exponentially elevated. All right, so there you have it. Love, integrity, and discipline, or LID. If you are unapologetically intense about love, integrity, and discipline in your team, then you will raise the lid on the potential of your team and quite possibly spring forth heroes and surprise everyone, even yourself.